Imagine a version of you, somewhere in the multiverse, watching this video right now, sipping their matcha latte, shaking their head like, finally, they're figuring it out. Because here's the thing, every single desire you have, that dream relationship, that home by the ocean, that level of peace you can feel but not yet touch, already exists. As Ghiyam says, if you have the desire, it's because that reality already exists. You didn't invent it. You tuned into it. So what if your other self, the one who's already nailed that version, is trying to send you a message right now? And what if you've been ghosting them this whole time? Let's decode the signs that a parallel version of you is sliding into your DMs from another dimension. 1. Deja vu isn't just a glitch, it's a ping from the multiverse. You know that weird feeling when something happens and you think, wait, haven't I done this before? That's not a coincidence, that's quantum deja vu. Dr. Joe Dispenza says the probability that we're seeing reality, as it truly is 0. Why? Because the quantum field, the invisible energy grid holding everything together, isn't one fixed reality. It's infinite potential. At the subatomic level, particles don't have defined positions until they're observed. They exist as waves of probability, endless maybes that become what is only when consciousness interacts with them. So when you experience deja vu, it's not a glitch in the matrix. It's two timelines momentarily syncing. It's you catching a glimpse of the version of yourself who already lived that moment. If deja vu is a ping, then synchronicities are full-blown notifications. When the same numbers, words, or symbols start stalking you, that's not random. That's your higher self yelling, "Hey, this is the timeline." Neville Goddard called this the law of assumption. What you assume to be true, the universe must reflect. The mirror has no free will. It simply shows you what you believe. So when you keep seeing 1111, feathers, or hearing the same phrase over and over, it's not superstition. It's resonance. It's the universe mirroring your frequency, letting you know you're tuning into the right channel. And if synchronicities are signs from your higher self, then your dreams are direct voice messages from the multiverse. 3. Dreams, the quantum Wi-Fi zone. Dreams aren't random brain static. They're multidimensional DMs. When you dream of a life that feels so real, you wake up emotionally charged. You didn't imagine it. You visited it. Regan Hillyer says, energy doesn't lie. You can say all the affirmations you want, but if your nervous system screams, "I'm not safe," that's the frequency the field picks up. In dreams, those blocks drop. You temporarily log out of the 3D limitations of time and identity and log into a higher frequency version of yourself, one that's already living the thing you keep praying for. Lucid dreams, that's your cosmic sandbox. You're literally meeting yourself in another simulation. And when that alignment starts syncing in the waking world, reality starts to shimmer. 4. Feeling out of place is a quantum recalibration. Ever walk into a room and feel like the scene is slightly off? Like reality didn't load properly? That's not anxiety. That's a frequency mismatch. You've upgraded timelines and your environment hasn't rendered yet. Think of it like Wi-Fi lag between you and your new energetic frequency. Your external world is catching up to your new broadcast. So instead of freaking out, smile. You're not losing your mind. You're updating your universe. And the key to making these shifts smoother? Listening to your inner GPS. 5. Intuition, your multiversal GPS. That gut feeling, that nudge to call someone, take that trip, or leave that job. That's not random instinct, that's entangled guidance. Quantum entanglement shows that two particles can remain connected, no matter how far apart, instantly mirroring each other's state. Now replace particle with you. Every version of you across every timeline is entangled. Your intuition is that instant data transfer, a message from the version who already made the leap you're contemplating. Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Translation: you're not creating the dream. You're syncing with the self who's already living it. And this is where we go full quantum. Let's unpack how it really works. 6. The quantum field. Infinite yous, infinite realities. Here's the wild truth. According to quantum theory, the universe doesn't consist of things. It consists of infinite possibilities. Everything exists as waves of potential until you, the observer, give it focus, attention, and emotional charge. That's when possibility collapses into experience. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this the collapse of the wave function. Every choice, thought, and feeling pulls a version of reality from infinite potential into physical form. Meaning, there isn't just one you. There are infinite versions, each existing right now side by side, vibrating at different frequencies. You don't have to become your dream self, you just have to tune to their frequency. David Ghiyam explains it perfectly. If you have the desire, it's because that reality is already alive in another dimension. Your job isn't to create it. It's to expand the vessel in order to shift into a new destiny. So when you're visualizing your future, you're not daydreaming. You're syncing. You're running a frequency handshake with the version of you who already did the thing. Neville Goddard called this living in the end. You imagine the wish fulfilled, not to manifest it, but because in doing so, you become the version of you who already has it. And once your frequency matches that reality, the universe rearranges itself to make it visible. Because reality isn't something you look at, it's something you tune into. 7. Vibrational alignment, your quantum portal. Let's get real. You can't text your higher self while you're in airplane mode. Gratitude, love, and joy aren't spiritual fluff. They're literal frequency keys that unlock new timelines. Dr. Dispenza says, your personality creates your personal reality. Change your state of being, your thoughts, emotions, and energy, and you change the reality you perceive. So raise your vibration like your life depends on it, because it does. You're not waiting for proof, you're becoming the proof. And when that frequency locks in, something magical happens. 8. Integration. Stop searching. Start being. When you start feeling abundant before the money, grateful before the result, and peaceful before the outcome, you collapse the distance between you and your desire. You stop wishing and start being. Neville said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Ghiyam echoes, if you desire it, it already exists. And Regan Hillyer reminds us, energy doesn't lie, but your excuses do. At that point, the universe doesn't have a choice. It simply mirrors back what you've become. You're not chasing signs anymore, you are the sign. So the next time you see a synchronicity, feel déjà vu, or notice reality flickering like it's loading a new scene, don't shrug it off. That's your higher self saying, welcome, you made it. Every version of you already exists. The only question is, which one are you aligning with today? So raise your frequency. Think like your future self. Act from that energy now. And reality has no choice but to catch up. If you're ready to meet the version of you who already has it all, hit subscribe, drop a crystal ball in the comments, and let's collapse some timelines together.